Child. Anyway, so
hello everyone. My name is Jaden, and I'm just a gay. The same way everyone else is just a girl. I guess I'm just a gay child.
The reduction of your personhood in that, Jaden.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. My name is Amira, and earlier this week I told myself I was going to be outside more, and then when I went outside, it was a scorcher. And then you guys know me well enough to know that that's not going to work. So I'm trying to be inside outside. So if anybody knows of any inside outside fun events or outside events that are cooled, let me know because I am still committed to being the figurative outside,
Outside,
you
but
know.
not
Mhm.
outdoors.
You ooh, you're more than just a gay. You're Earth sign.
That's fair.
Yeah, you're so much more.
So much more. You have more potential.
Yeah. Don't limit yourself. Jaden, I know it's been, what, 6 years since we last recorded.
Yeah.
Tell the people where we are, what this is.
Child, beast me, child. They guess as
Like,
good as
literally.
mine. This is a show that we've called anyway, with Jaden and Amira.
Mhm.
There's reasons for why we've been away. Our we have lives to live, we have
Yeah.
dreams to chase and money to make, and we have to be inside, outside, and just gay. So
I don't even
like
think that you need to even do all of that. We're back.
I don't have to. And they get it and they understood because guess what? They're also
Yeah.
messy.
Come on. They didn't
They're
even
like, oh,
realize you were
you
gone.
okay? I'm saying
It's
they're
like
like, oh, I thought I had episodes to catch up on. I'm like, maybe one, like maybe a episode, but
maybe
and
it's
that's a
coming out.
maybe. Yeah,
I don't even check anymore. This be shady. I don't even check anymore to see if the episode came out because I know that it didn't. I'll be
no,
like, we just recorded 7 episodes. I know they're not on any platform.
none of them. And what's pissing me off is I went to open Premiere like before we started, like before I even sent out this link for this, and the entire like foundation of the show deleted. So I have to reset the entire show up as a video or whatever and like fully re-edit. So that's why I just like sometimes I open it to like quickly do it and then I see that it can't be quickly done and I just have to shut this laptop and go about my business. Like I cannot continue to be like mistreated by devices. I just refuse.
No, don't be abused. I mean, we are headed towards a society that is going to be so reliant on devices. Like, you have no choice. Basically, means are like that at the grocery store. You have to get the self checkout in ways that you can control not being controlled. Take advantage of it. Shut that laptop. The people will get the episode when they get it. Honestly, though, now knowing that this episode may never see the light of day, it is kind of trippy talking as if we're talking to someone else and like for someone else, when literally it could very well be that we're talking for just
And that's
us.
for just us and just this.
That's kind of wild. But anyway, without further ado, let's get right into the show. This is Shall Anyway podcast with the best to ever do it, or the best who
Truly.
have ever done it, because we're not doing it really that often. But the first thing that we do, we're going to talk about our moment of the week. This is moments of any week since we've recorded, since whenever, that made us say, "Child."
Hmm.
Anyway,
Maybe if I
and
do.
you know what I mean. Literally. And you know what, Jaden? If you don't mind, I'll go first.
Okay. I thought of the
Well,
100 versus 1 thing and
oh my gosh, the gorilla thing.
yes.
Yeah, write it down because I do have thoughts on it.
Okay.
Write that down. Write that
Something's
down.
gonna get cut. This list is
I'm
small.
screaming. It'll be everything. Because it'll never air. I will go first, Jaden, just
Yes,
because I know you
please.
probably forgot how things go.
I just realized what you said. Yeah, go ahead.
So my moment of the week happened last week. I went to, as in I opened my laptop, telehealth, shout out, for a consultation with a new therapist. And I forgot how annoying the first meeting is, like that how it really doesn't tell you much about how you'll be with that person and what your rapport will be, which I think is not fair and annoying because then you have to risk going back, getting your insurance all hype to charge you for something, only for you to be like, oh, I can't do this person. So you can't really gauge it. So I'm at this consultation as and I'm in my house and my laptop is open. And I'm like, this is just like straight up, you're asking questions like, okay, number one, not even like conversationally bringing them up, like, oh yeah, what was your childhood like? Just like straight up, like, okay, clickety clackety on the keyboard. At one point, Jane, I never even got to share like what I was about, who I was for real, just answering like strengths, weaknesses types of questions. And the therapist says, let me tell you about me. And then she proceeds to talk about herself for like 10 minutes. I'm like, now, why is it important to my health journey that you are from this city and now you practice outside of the city? Like, why do I need to know how many siblings you have, your dog's name? Isn't the whole point that I don't know you for real?
The whole point.
I'm like, you don't even know where I'm from, but I know where you're from.
That's this new age therapy. Everybody wants a friend. I don't want a friend. I want to talk. Like, I want you to listen to me and then tell me things about me that you notice. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't want to. In context of a thing happening, you sharing a story is one thing, but for our first introduction, babe, I barely need to remember your name. Like, when I tell you,
I don't know
about
it. Thank goodness it's on the screen.
My therapist. Like, I don't need to say Dr. Johnson or Dr. Jones. Like, that's not necessary.
No. Well, my therapist, the one time I did have a therapist, and I did not say my therapist. I only called her fake Dr. Tiffany. Like, that was the only way that I referred to her.
You swore she was a fake doctor.
Well, Jaden, no, she was a fake doctor. Well, she wasn't a fake doctor. She wasn't a doctor. But on our first meeting, I said, what should I call you? Should I call you Dr. Tiffany or Dr.? Yeah, you can. That's fine with you. Girl, why would you say you can and you're not a doctor? It's not an option. Should I call you Dr. Jaden or should I call you Jaden or Jay? Whatever
Dr.
you want.
Jaden
You want to do
works.
Dr. Jaden works. It works.
I would do the same now. I'm like, Dr. Jaden's perfect.
Well, in college, if there were a presentation, I would say Dr. Lee and like professors ate it up. That it was funny. Meanwhile, I'm like fully getting a bachelor's in theater performance.
Yeah. You were performing as a doctor.
It was
a research study.
Hello, character study. So yeah, that's the moment of the week because I literally, Jaden, when I say like to your point, I did not care. And I don't think I should be tasked with caring. I'm like,
no.
Okay. So anyway, when I was 7, like, girl.
Like, can we get to my problems?
Hello?
And it's not like rude because I'm paying. Like, I'm not paying to learn about you. Girl.
No, I already saw your spiel. That's why I clicked on your link.
My HMO only covers 80% of this. I'm talking about that 80% doesn't cover you. I'm not paying the last 20% to hear you. No. I'm paying to hear me.
Hear you hear me. And hello. She spends so much time typing up my answers, and I feel like I should get some minutes back because you're like, at one point, Jaden, I was so ready to like flip my table. I just knew I was gonna have to. I thought for a second she was gonna say, and what else did you say? Like when that's how long she was typing, like one thing. And then she would repeat what she typed. And I'm like, wait, that was the point I made like 10 minutes ago. I said like 77 things. I just knew for a fact she was going to be like, okay. And then the last thing you wanted to work on, I just knew it.
And can you spell?
Spell
that for me, please?
Literally.
I think you need a new one already. I think it's time to get back.
That's what this meeting. This is why I have a hard out at 1:00.
Yeah. Okay, because I'm like, you need to be finding someone else.
At the end, she's like, so this time works for me. I'm like, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. Gonna go see what else is out there. Baby, you thought this was an audition.
I literally was trying to re-sign up for therapy, and Jersey this doesn't have a good supply of therapists that I look for. Like, I'm looking I don't know how you are in looking for therapy or really looking for things in general, but I'm a filters girl. I'm filtering out all that nonsense.
100%.
I'm filter. I want you to be gay. You could be a woman or man. I'm not. I have no preference to. Black, I
Put it
definitely
to me.
do. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely have black women as priority, but black gay man, like, okay, whatever. Like, I'll take it because I think they can speak to a very specific life that
For
I
sure, your
obviously
experience,
also can speak
yeah.
to, but like, not pro police. Like, I need all the criteria, you know.
Yeah. I need to know all
And
of that.
once I get down to it, it's like a white man, and then
It'll
somebody
be
who lives
like
in
0 out
Pastor
of
Kelly in
98.
Arizona. Like, it's literally like
Literally like,
out of my area of coverage.
yeah, and then the worst is when you do the filters, you get a bunch of results, and then you forget to add your insurance as a filter as well, and then it's nobody.
And then it's back to 0. And you gotta start deleting some of them
You gotta
filters off of
refine
it.
your search. Yeah. Do they have to be black? Like,
Right.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's rough. It's really rough. What, Jaden, is your moment of whatever week?
Mine is short, and mine I think we all can agree with. If my account is negative,
Oh my gosh.
why are y'all touching it? If there's nothing in there, why are you in there?
Hello?
Talking about robbing Peter to pay Paul, like, y'all are robbing Jaden to pay y'all. Like, I don't get why
Ooh.
y'all are touching my account if you already see a negative sign in front of whatever number you do see in there. And Wells Fargo, I'm looking at you because I know y'all are part of it. I know they're the ones like, get him again, get
He's
him
right
for
there.
me. Like, I
He's right there.
know,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
know they're like, hurry up.
You need the routing number? That's what your bank said. Yo, what do you need
I
from
literally
us?
shut my card off, and they're like, we don't really care.
You froze your card and they still came for you.
I froze my card, and I wake up every day to insufficient funds.
Wells
And I
Fargo
didn't know
is
where my money
so
went in the first place because one day I
nasty.
had money in the account, and then the next day I just woke up and it was negative. And I'm like, okay, wait, how did we make this leap? And one day it was negative 63 cents. Then the next day it was negative like a lot more than that. I'm not gonna put the specifics out there because y'all don't need to know all my tea unless y'all willing to donate.
Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
But just know, and I have been doing so. I have not had a negative balance in like since pre-January, like all year. I haven't had a negative balance yet, and so this is really like affecting me and pissing me off because it's not even just a little negative. It's like egregiously negative. Like,
Oh,
it's
girl, put it in
negative.
the chat.
It's like when I get
Okay,
paid,
let
I'm
me
not
ask
even
you this.
happy because, huh?
When you type when, you put it in the chat, do you have to use any symbols other than numbers, say a comma?
No. Oh God, no.
Okay.
Oh God,
Okay.
God, no. God, no.
Woo!
God,
I'm gonna go say, David, we can start a GoFundMe right now.
no. This is, hold on. I will put it in the chat. Let me look. Come on, Face ID. I'm not being quiet. You shut up.
I do not trust Face ID.
My dog, Ben's gonna kick me. Like, sir.
No, he's trying to stop you from doing this. He's like, don't put your business out there, Dad.
Okay.
Okay.
It's cute, but it's like, honestly,
Yeah.
But my thing is, once I get paid, that's gonna piss me off. You know, like, the negative is fine because you're like, oh, I'm gonna get paid. But once the negative starts getting up too high, it's like,
That was a nasty response.
the oop
The chat
was
is nasty.
unnecessary. The chat is very nasty today.
Meanwhile, the chat is like walking down the street, not really
Right.
with us, just kind of
like with
passively
a banner.
listening.
Like, how about you? Anyway, but the thing about it is these were all bills coming out anyway. It wasn't even like things.
Well, that's my thing. If your bills are paid, the rest
Even if
of
I'm
it
in the
is,
negative, like it's
you know,
they're in the negative. I'm in the negative because it is paid, and they keep snatching their things. But it's like even if outside of the overdraft fees, that's the one thing I'm like ready to like ring necks over. At least the bills are paid, and so once I get paid, it's going to just cover what I was going to be paying anyway.
yeah,
It wasn't like it was like leisurely things that are just coming out. It's like these are bills that we're going to have to be paid regardless.
right.
So
Yeah.
I'm irritated because now I can't do anything. Like now I'm stuck in
Well,
the
you
house
can eat
all
that food
weekend.
your grandmother made.
I don't want to hear all that. Like I don't want that. I'm tired of eating spaghetti. I'm tired of eating the chicken noodle soup. I am.
I can't even argue with that because I
Because
don't want to eat
it's
that either.
exactly. And at this point it's like my rewards have been washed up today as of today. Like my
Yeah.
Chipotle free entree washed, my Dunkin'
No free
free.
guac. Oh my gosh.
Well, I think I still got some on Dunkin'. No shade.
I bet you're
But
sad
luckily,
this.
I'm really sharing all my business. But luckily, there is some
Mm.
money in my savings
I was just gonna
that I
say
just
it's
refuse to
saving.
use. But
It's not
I've
really there.
already dwindled it to
Yeah.
her. The thing about the savings is like when you're running low, you use her, but when you're in the negatives, it's all bets off. Like I'm
Because for
not
what? Like
because
it's a
like for
pointless
what?
thing to do. Just
Just
to
leave
get
me
to
alone.
zero?
Just to get back to the negative and then I'm be worse off. I can't.
Yeah,
Um,
no.
but I have money in my Apple Pay, like because people had owed me money back for stuff. So there was like $80, $90 in my Apple Pay that I have been
Oh,
surviving. I've been surviving
dang.
off of.
People are really on Apple Pay like that.
Down.
I just have money in my Apple Pay because you get that 2% cash back, whatever, and I just use it for like my please save your comments, my train fare and stuff. So I'll be like, okay, come on, 70 cents. But I didn't know the girls were doing like $90. I didn't know the girls were doing it like that. Okay,
But that's
cool.
like cumulative. Like
Hmm.
somebody sent 40, somebody sent 50, some like
Right.
it's like different variations broken up. Or like I had it was already 30 in there. I had used some of it and then
Yeah.
I got paid, so I didn't need to touch it no more. Like these are my different reserves. Like I'm re-downloading Venmo right now to see if there's
I
something
was
hanging.
literally just about to say, if you didn't circle the block on Cash App and Venmo to pay out of those, yeah, go ahead and
And the
get your
thing is, I think they're
$23 out of
already
Venmo.
those reserves are already depleted. But I will be checking again.
This is our version of like hiding money around your house. Like you
Absolutely.
already checked the shoebox
This is
above
my
the
Swiss
hat.
Alps account. Like these are my Swiss Alps accounts.
Yeah.
These are my like my money laundering. This is that. This is the money sitting in Venmo and sitting in Cash App.
Well, maybe not the. Speaking of money, let's get to the catch because the first two things I happen to know you participated in, which could have contributed. I'm gonna need you to send me the receipts for those. The catch is where Jade and I catch you up on things that are happening or that have happened since we've last recorded, or we just want to talk about them. The first thing is always follow us on Instagram at ChallengewayPod and Twitter at ChallengewayPod. Same thing. Those are the only two places for real, for real. Email, you'll get that later. The first thing, speaking of money, the Cowboy Carter tour has begun. I think it's on night two. Like the nights are so spread out. I feel like that I don't even know what night we're on, or if I'm watching the
The
same
second
clips
night has
over
just
and over.
happened, and we're on the third night now.
Yeah, that is like why I put that bullet there. I wish there were more tour dates because it was so much fun with the last tour, like watching everybody's cities and different things happening. I'm seeing the same clips, literally of the same things from different angles. Like that's it. We're just getting the
Yeah.
same things from different angles. Which that has nothing to do with the quality of the tour at all. And you wouldn't say this about any other artist's tours, but like she's not any other artist. She's different.
Right.
But from what I've seen, I do think I need to go on
Get
ahead
there.
and get down there. Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
need to go ahead and get down there.
Um, my friend and I, we bought our tickets the day the first show was, because he was like, after tonight's show, people are going to be flooding to go buy tickets. So we bought tickets on, I forget what day that was, and then of course I stayed up and watched the entire show on someone's Instagram live, and then and then they said the next night that she performed, because they were spread out, it was like 4 days in between or whatever.
Right.
The next night it was a completely new show. Like there were different arrangements. There was different, not arrangements, but like the show was structured differently. Some songs weren't there, some songs were there, and it was like a guessing game of like which songs were going to be performed and whatnot. And then now they're speculating that there's like 6 different versions of the show.
Right.
And I'm like, I think it's funny. Let me just say this. I hate y'all because y'all, if you let these girls get into your head, they will. They have no idea what they're talking about ever. They literally just make stuff up and present it as fact. Like they're like, oh, she felt this, because I'm like, y'all don't know her. She has never told y'all that. She has never confirmed that to y'all.
They'll be like, and the last time she wore green, she announced this. So she's wearing green again. She's about to announce something, y'all.
She's about to announce something.
Yeah.
No, she's not. Like, Loewe had that in their archives and they just gave it to her. Like, y'all are making, they do this every time and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, she changed it because it wasn't working for her. It was just fun. I'm like, y'all have no idea. Like, y'all have no clue. They're like, it's 6 different shows. I'm like, you can't know that because we're on show 2. Like, you literally don't know. And I wish everyone would stop. That annoys me because all the fandoms do it. They're all like, oh, this happened because, oh, she was talking about her here. I'm like, none of y'all have any clue what is going on. Y'all don't know these people, nor do you have like daily conversations with them. Y'all are making things up.
No conversations with them.
Y'all literally make it up on a consistent basis, and people will sit there and believe y'all. And now we're having full discourses about, like, 2 months later, we're having a full conversation about a bunch of made up information. And it's like,
because now it's so far removed, you think it was true. Yeah.
You think it was true when she hasn't said anything. She's been on tour.
She's been working. I think it's the whole thing of like people wanting to be the first person to say the thing that's correct. So they're just like saying their hot takes very quickly. Because the theory of how they got to the 6 different shows, it makes sense logically if you're like, oh, I'm sensing a pattern. Like the problem is they're trying to sense patterns after like the second occurrence, or like like, dang, can we see? Can there be pattern opportunity 2 times?
Okay,
come on. But I get how they got to it, but like, give us a second, please.
Yes, and it's like, I get how you got to it for sure, because there's like the different pictures on the tour dates.
Yeah,
but I'm like, or maybe we just had 6 pictures to choose from. Like, so we would just like mix them up and put them, like, like y'all are not in these rooms, and y'all do not. A lot of y'all don't know what it's like to create something of any caliber. So it's like when y'all look at it strictly from like, this artist has been the only person to do this. I'm like, no, this is like very common for artists to do. Like, it's kind of the rules of the stage. It's the rules of like, okay, there's 6 different photos, but it's because like it's for this other reason that y'all have no idea about. And you're right, because the second show obviously would get changed because that first show was rough. There you go.
The first show was always the first couple.
The first show was
tours. They always are changing throughout.
Exactly. The first show was set up with enough distance. This is me making shit up too, but the first show was set up with enough distance to change it. Like, you do that first test show, and then you run it.
Going on. Yeah.
You see what's working, you see what's not working in real time, like on stage, full production, full team, full everyone. Like, that's why I don't go to opening nights. I'm not going to opening night because there's going to be kinks. There's going to be patches of awkwardness. There's like, no one's going to be going all the way full out for some reason. Like, everyone's still trying to figure out their placement. And like, I just rather not. I want to go to the show. Even in the city I'm going to, I'm on the last show of the day. Like, I don't even want to be y'all first time here.
No, it's rough when tours will start in your city it's like it's a double-edged sword because like, oh, that's so exciting, they're starting here, but then it's also like,
Yeah.
girl, they're not gonna
If it
remember
was
you. The
starting
last
somewhere,
city is the one they
I
love
would
the
go.
best. They love the last city.
Renaissance, Philly was the first place she came after Europe.
Exactly.
But
We had
she
no
had
choice.
Europe to practice.
For sure.
Because they
And
born
if she
anyway.
didn't, you would still be there. But yeah, I think I am gonna after I look up. Well, I'm gonna look at my account first because I don't want to meet the same fate.
Yeah, honestly, this is post my buying ticket. My
I
negative
know.
balance.
When I saw your tweet, I was like,
even
oh my
on
gosh, I'm so happy
Afterpay.
for you. I saw so many tweets from you that were so like spend money-ish, and then for you to come here today, I'm like, oh wow, yeah, no, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
The tour videos that I've seen have been really good. Let me just say this, and you know, not even on no objectification, but mother's body,
Crazy.
insane. Whoa, that's a body I can get behind.
She could put the American flags away in the closet. Like I need them.
Yeah, I'm like everyone's like, hey, this is how I know y'all are stupid. Okay, girl, I don't feel like doing all this mental gymnastics, theorizing, getting out my notebook, and putting on my English teacher hat today. I just came to enjoy the. I don't even want to see them. Have people even considered that? Yeah, maybe I understand the symbolism and the blah blah blah. She sings freedom right after, but maybe I'm triggered by seeing this American flag choking at your beautiful waist. It's just too much. Well, it's not too much. She's gonna do it anyway because
she's gonna keep doing it.
Texas.
And
she's
I just don't agree with most of y'all theories or hers really. So it's like I just
and
rather
why does
not.
she have to be right? Like she's a billionaire. Why does she have to be right?
She doesn't have to, and we don't have to agree. Like I understand what she's trying to say, and I disagree with it. I just want to go here and hear her sing songs. Like maybe that. Like maybe there's that.
That's why
she can be
Renaissance was
political,
fun.
but her politics changes every 2 weeks. So I cannot rely on her for my politics. I just want to go hear her sing a song. It's not her job to be my politician or my activist.
No.
I don't need that from her.
Well, I mean, that's my thing too. Like, if you're not going to give it to me when we do need it, like when we need big voices speaking out on these big issues, then don't even do it because it's quite literally and figuratively performative. Girl, where were you when? And now you wear an American flag to show us we was not really free, y'all. Girl, you don't even know, really.
Like,
you're not even
how
in
about
the
let's
trenches
not?
with us.
Like,
let's
let's
not.
But
I love it.
In general,
for
I'm
her,
still going.
for the people
I'm
that
still
love
excited
it.
for the show, whatever.
I'm still, yeah.
Blue Ivy's eating down, and I'm very proud of that young woman. She's probably like what 13. That little girl, like she's a child still.
Yeah,
she's not even. How old is she? 13.
She's 13, or she's gonna be 13 on this podcast. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We're not
I'm like, you're just
becoming
becoming a teenager. Like you're just entering a teen age. So like, I guess. But for some reason, she wanted to bring all the kids out, and I love me some Rumi, but let's keep her on the first 2 nights. Like
your tweet was so funny. Don't bring her out of my city.
Please don't bring her out of my show. Send her back there with her juice on her iPad, baby. Go ahead. I don't need it.
Not the juice and iPad. Yeah, Jaden is like, I hope the theory about different shows is correct. I hope I'm not on that show. Please just cut the number altogether if you have to.
I don't want it. I need all professionals. I need a smooth night.
Cute.
I need like
so cute.
Blue is becoming a professional, but she's professional enough at this point to do what she needs to do. The rest, the rest of the Carter squad, let's keep them behind curtain 3.
I think it's okay for the daughter to stay with the husband, who also we don't want to come on the stage for any show.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't even see him at all. I didn't want to see him in the crowd.
Not even in the pit next to Oprah? Dang. Actually, I have not seen any clips of him in the crowd, actually.
Me neither.
Was he there?
He's going to taint the tour. Because he's still on his, like, fall off of from the...
Yeah, but he ruined that girl's movie premiere, so...
He sure did.
Okay. What's the point? Like, okay, she's got Beyonce will be fine, but Blue Ivy is just getting started. Why are you here? But back to Rumi, I thought it was so cute. I'm kind of in two minds now about it if I want her to come out because obviously she'll get more comfortable on the stage. Actually, you know what? You know what? Get her out of there. And not even for anything she's done wrong or right or whatever. It's because I cannot stand discourse around people's children. Oh
Yes.
my god. The same thing with Blue when she was younger. Like everybody had so much to say about her for the worse. And now everybody is Team Blue, which I'm glad people are, supporting her now. But why not just stay silent until you can support? Like, why are we coming up with theories about children, how they should be raised, what they look like, what they're doing? So for that reason, I'm gonna say keep her in the music video, and that will be okay.
Yeah.
And actually, when I say keep her in the music video, I mean a painting of her in the music video.
And by a
Like
painting of her, I mean a picture of a painting of her that was made pre her birth.
very
Like
blurry in the back.
like
Yeah. Yeah, I
anyway, we
don't
can
I
move
don't
on from Cowboy Carter.
perfect.
I'll just go to the show and
When we go, and that the fact that it's in like 2 weeks is crazy.
yeah, it's at the end of the month.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, and then now it's like started and it's basically over.
Yeah, which now I said that she would do this. Like I was like, if she does a tour, it's not going to be a big all around the world tour. It's going
So
to be a
you were
small
part of the
tour.
community of people making stuff up.
Yes, but this
But I
was
was
an
right.
actual
Yeah,
prediction. This wasn't like things were happening, and I'm like, oh, she's
facts.
gonna. This was like a prediction of I predict she's going to do a very small tour, but just because it don't give Cowboy Carter didn't get the response of Renaissance number one, but also the album just doesn't give super tourable. Like it gives
What
like
a time that was, Renaissance.
Renaissance was 8 times,
There will never
and
be another.
there will never. And now she's even doing Renaissance portions of the, which we can have theories about that later. Which I've heard some theories about that. My friend said it's like Cowboys versus Aliens, which I like. I like that theory a
That's
lot.
cute. I like that.
Right, and it's showing like it is a 3-part act, which I'm like, okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Like infusing. So that's why I'm wearing the same cowboy boots. I'm wearing a cowboy hat. I'm wearing a vest that if she wants to redo Renaissance, I will too. And I'm probably just going to remix Renaissance into my Cowboy Carter look.
Jaden, you are speaking my absolute language because you know what I wore to Renaissance, baby. I'm like, I wore what I was gonna wear, girl. I might put a sparkle here or there, but these are the boots I got. They're
These is what I
broken
got
in.
for you. They've
Hello?
been worn, tested. I'm wearing these.
I know I can dance in them.
I may do it on a skirt. Okay,
Well,
we'll
you
see.
said you're gonna remix it, so yeah, you'll do a skirt.
But I won't do the same skirt.
But that pisses me off because it's like you already know I'm a denim girl. So now it's like this is what I was gonna wear regardless of that song.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking
Truly.
of regardless
Songs. Yeah.
speaking of sin, I don't right, wrong. Um Sinners, the movie, written and directed by Ryan Coogler. First of all, as we know, I was previously inside, honey. I had no idea that this was happening. I didn't know it was coming out. I just started seeing ads about it and people talking about it. I'm
I
like,
didn't realize
what is it?
until too late. Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? First of all, I went to go see it, didn't even know what it was about. Never
Probably
even
better.
saw a complete trailer for sure, but also like, whoa, this is fun. This is exciting. So yeah, I recently saw Sinners. Jaden saw it already. I don't know why I wrote it down, just that I didn't know what it was about going in, which I really enjoy. I think that's what you said you were doing, right? Where you watch
Just
movies.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. I do that sometimes too. I don't purposely do it. I just keep doing it by accident. But I really enjoyed Sinners, or I think I did. I just saw it yesterday. I didn't get the chance to sit on it and eat about it yet. It's right up my alley and kind of things I enjoy. It's very like Lovecraft Country vibes.
Yes.
Where I really enjoyed that. So that was a really good. And I know people are like pro and anti going back and forth with Michael B. Jordan in terms of his acting ability. But let me just say this personally.
Bodied.
That's my man. I'm gonna stick beside him. I've been sticking beside him, and I'm gonna continue.
I need them both.
Let me not say that because every time we publicly support a man,
True.
And I'm sure he's
They,
already done something that we don't know.
yeah. And
But
I
acting
don't
wise,
need to know.
I could see why people say it, but I'm like, okay, so what?
Right.
He looks
He
good doing it.
tore, no shade. He
He
tore
was
both
really good.
roles. They were very like distinctive. Like you understood who you were looking at when you were looking at them. I didn't know what Sinners was until a week before it came out, or like a week and a half before it came out, and then Ryan Coogler made that the best content that could ever be made. That 6-minute video, or it was probably like 10 minutes or something, about film, and like just to watch him be so excited about something like that was the best piece of content that he may not have even known that it would do what it did. That got people out there. Like that's what got
for
people
sure.
excited to go see the movie. What got them to go see it specifically in IMAX. Like he carried, and I think that was genius. Like I absolutely, even if like people didn't like the movie, when just watching that was like, you know, people love watching people talk about the things that they're interested in.
Yeah,
like,
that's why they have director's cuts of every movie. Yeah.
yes,
People love that.
and people just love that kind of content. So for him to put that out, it just went viral on like Twitter, and it was super viral. And then now everyone is in line to see the movie, like they want to go see it. Like I said, never even heard about Sinners. Someone was like, "Oh, you going to see Sinners?" I said, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Am I going to church? Like I don't know what you're saying.
Literally, I found out Easter, like the week of Easter, what it even was. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And so once I saw that clip, I said, I don't care what he's making. I'm going to see it in IMAX.
Oh, you saw it in IMAX?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
People have said like they
Cherry Hill?
Yeah. People have said like they saw it in regular and then saw it in IMAX and understood why you have to see it in IMAX. Right.
Oh, I gotta go see it in IMAX.
You do. But I enjoyed the movie in general. When me and my friend left, we literally didn't even talk for like, we drove separately, but like when we were leaving it, we just couldn't even talk. We were just literally just walking towards the car and we're like, I have no thoughts and no ideas. And people, of course, some white person's like, the beginning was slow, but it was pretty good. I'm like, the beginning was not slow.
I thought the movie was really fast, actually. It was 2 hours, 17 minutes. I thought it was
2 hours, 17 minutes, and it was like, it's over.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it was paced pretty well. Of course, all the vampire stuff is saved for like a specific portion of the film. Like, it's definitely all towards the end. But it's like, okay. And other people were saying, I feel like it wasn't enough character development. I was like, it was one day. I'm like, do y'all not realize the whole movie was one day?
That was kind of wild. Yeah.
The entire movie was 24 hours. Like, why are y'all talking to me about character development and all the other things? Like, he developed.
Which characters are not developed? Or did they say all of them or some of them?
I don't know, child. In general, I enjoyed the movie. Not every movie has to be the scariest or bloodiest for it to be a good movie. I also just think when Black people are making things, people become just the biggest critics somehow.
For sure.
And I'm like, y'all don't even watch movies on a regular basis, or you thought the Great Fall from Grace was the greatest movie of that year that it came. Like y'all can't be trusted with movies anyway because y'all watch movies.
He get in it? Now he's catching strays, and he's not even here.
He's always in it somehow. I wouldn't be surprised if TP Productions had their hands all up in this in some way.
Yeah, check the fine print. He's definitely in there.
And even like I didn't watch it, but I just don't want to. Normal Kerry Washington on Netflix.
Oh, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
No,
5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8.
6, 7, 8.
7, 8. Like whatever it is.
8.
People's like,
yeah,
it's so good, it's so good, it's so great, and then I will go watch it and I'll be like,
them, but I
wish you would shut up. It's probably not good at all. But I'll watch it one day.
You know what, Jaden? I'm not even gonna believe you or listen to you because you love a good, and I'm not watching it. Text later. I actually watched it. It was actually really good, and
it was actually really fantastic. And I understand, but people cannot be trusted, and that's why I tweeted the other day. I was like, "What Sinners has also made me realize is y'all need to watch more movies because y'all have y'all don't know what movies are. Y'all don't know what good movies are. Y'all don't know what you're looking at. Y'all don't know like
They don't.
Whatever.
No. They don't know what bad movies are.
They don't, because they think good movies are bad and bad movies are good, and you can think like whatever you want, but it's like
Yeah,
so like The Wolf of Wall Street is not a good movie to me,
it
and
wasn't good.
it
Well,
was
it's
not
I guess
good
it's well made, but it's not a good story. Like it wasn't. It didn't do what people swear it did, or
because it's
I
a
think
movie
it
for
didn't
straight
do
men.
well because people didn't take away what they should have taken away.
It's a
That's
movie for straight
I think
men.
a good test for the movie. If you did, for sure, but the straight men didn't take the lesson that they were supposed to. They're like
No,
still aspiring to this man who ended things poorly and ruined lives. So that's how you know it wasn't a good movie because you didn't get what you were supposed to.
you didn't get what you were supposed to get.
I think for me, for Sinners, and listen, guys, I'm just coming up with these things in a 24-hour process. I haven't stewed on it. I'm still trying to figure out the reason for having Michael B. Jordan, Lindsay Lohan in this movie, because when I saw that he was playing two characters, I thought that it was going to be like a light versus darkness, or like a this is his alter ego type of a thing, or like that it would be a true reason besides aesthetics or whatever to have him play two characters. Like I did not know he was playing two people that are just two separate people that are both valid and good and bad and whatever. I thought that it was going to be like kind of like Us or something where it's like this is your
Okay,
tether. Like they're just like he's just twins.
yeah.
Okay. You Ryan, we know you were in love with him. Like, okay, girl, like you want to see him twice. We get
Well,
that.
what's his name was supposed to be in it?
Who? And
Him.
you better not say something ridiculous.
Uh, what's his name?
No.
James Earl John. What's his name? Jonathan.
Yeah, no.
He was supposed to be the
Okay,
one of the twins.
we'll take
They
the
were supposed to be
twin.
like brothers,
We'll
but
take it.
we'll
Mm-mm.
take like I appreciated the fact that it was twins because even as brothers, it would have meant something different. Like, and apparently there's a movie called From Dusk Till Dawn,
With who?
or I think that's the name of the movie. Uh, some other vampire movie that literally follows a similar premise
Oh, are
of
they
like two
black?
brothers who like get left somewhere and they're just vampires attacking them. Like it's a very similar movie where people are saying that this
Yeah.
is just the black version of that.
Oh, then no, I'm not gonna look it up.
Yeah.
I thought they
So
were
it
both
was
black.
like, huh? You thought it was like
I
yeah, me
thought,
too.
yeah, no, you're good.
So this being having twins, I think adds a very specific dynamic to this movie. And someone had pointed out on Twitter as well, like that the dad chose to abuse the one brother over the other, and they're like people understand that when it comes to siblings, but looking at as twins, like how is that abuser making that distinction? Like they just wanted
Mhm.
to look into that.
No, I'm glad that they were twins. It definitely adds to the story that they're twins.
Yeah,
But
what's the name of that movie?
why we have to both be? Why are we both him? Because at first it kind of was like a little. It was hard for me to suspend disbelief a little, even though he's playing both roles really well. I was still kind of like in my mind thinking like, how did they film this scene? Especially anytime they crossed each other in the frame. Like when they walked in front of one or the other, I'm like, oh, I know that day was annoying. Marking the steps this way. So I'm like, okay, girl, focus on the snake.
They talked
That's
about
it.
it. They said that, like they had like a camera on their head that would get a 360 of them. So he would play one part with this 360 and then have to play the other part as well with like this 360 camera. And
Oh,
so they
I'm
would
gonna
have
have
to
to watch.
do all the actors would have to do it twice and like be in different distance from them to be
Right.
able to like I was like, oh.
Great. Now I gotta do this again. Well, I already had to do it 20 times. Now I gotta do it 20 more times. Yeah, I'm sure everyone was paid very handsomely for it. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was good twin
Yeah, from That's
representation.
So Long.
I thought that the couple with Michael B. Jordan and no, what's his name? His name is Smoke. Is that the older one?
Mm-hmm.
Smoke
Smoking Stack.
and Annie. I
Stack. Oh.
loved their relationship. If you say Stack one more time, no Stack. The brother is Stack. With Annie, I thought their relationship was so sweet. Like him bringing his daughter or the baby flowers. I thought that was so sweet. I
Mm-hmm.
thought that him coming back to her to do whatever was really sweet. I thought it was just
Yeah.
really
The
sweet
nastiness was
and
definitely top
so
5.
good.
I
So
live
good.
for
That
all the
scene.
freaky
So
stuff.
when people said that it was slow, I'm like, that was the fastest scene in the movie, actually. Why?
And it was like jump scares within the first 5 minutes.
First 30 seconds, I literally was so annoyed. I can't stand when I actually got by a jump scare.
Right.
But I didn't know. I was like, ugh. But the second one didn't get me because I
No.
knew this is what we're doing. Like when they were but yeah, that scene was too short, especially because it was only 2 people. So it's like it's not even like Michael B. Jordan had to do it as 2 people. Let the man, let him live. Let him be in that
Yeah.
scene for a bit. That was too short.
Right.
The scene with Michael B. Jordan or Stack and Mary was so long.
For
No, it
no
wasn't. It
reason.
was short as well. It was
It was
also
also
short,
short.
but
Preacher Boy and Pearline.
that scene was really good.
That scene was really good.
But
I've been walking all
also
day.
I was like, how old is he? I'm like, now where did you learn to say a thing like that? He didn't tell you to do that. He said ice cream. He said
Right.
eating ice cream. Yeah, I mean, it's really funny because I think that right now we're doing a pretty good job of talking about the movie and specific things without giving any spoilers. Because they're being so vague, which makes it probably annoying people that aren't going to see the movie. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about, and you're not even going to tell me.
And Twitter is the most annoying platform on the planet
Oh
because
my gosh.
it was spoilers the night of. Like the movie came
That's
out
like
and people were having like videos and talking about plot lines. I'm like, yo, where's the etiquette?
That was
like
so annoying. I'm like, you have a whole theory going on right now, and I didn't even see the movie. The movie just came out, girl.
like at least a week.
Wait for it to like leave IMAX. Like, oh my gosh, people are so much more precious for Marvel movies, though, and that's like, okay, girl, it was already a comic book. Like, how shocking could it be?
Okay.
Anyway, good movie. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I'm gonna see it again once it gets to home video, the home box office. See it on IMAX. I know, but I think it only is going to be in IMAX for like 5 more minutes, and I have to go on the weekend.
They're going to redo it because of how big it was. Because of that video, like he's so genius for that. But because of that video, IMAX has been like pushing towards centers, and they just dropped Thunderbolts, which is I guess a Marvel movie or something.
Yeah, it is.
And that's supposed to be released on IMAX, and it's not going to do as well as Sinners has been doing.
No, it's not. It's not, and I think that's okay. Marvel does it well enough. Who cares? I don't even know what that's about either. But then again, why would I?
Right. I also don't know nor care. After like the whole Endgame thing, I stopped caring about Marvel. Like, leave me alone.
After I literally stopped caring once. Like, I can't remember which movie it was. It must have been one of the Thor movies. It just looks so like this. The whole movie is CGI, and that's when I had to stop watching because I'm like, this is I just play the video game. This is pointless. Like, it's so hard to watch. They just look so fake. Yeah. It's like, whatever happened to practical stunts? Like, movies with practical effects are so much better. Even if they look bad, they're way better.
Yes.
Hello. Anyway, speaking of things that are hard or better, Jaden has been feeling some ways about the way people express themselves on the internet. Do you want to tell us about that, Jaden?
Don't present it. Basically, I am over the I'm just a girl thing. And I know I'm not just a girl. I'm a gay man at that. But the I'm just a girl thing is so problematic. And
Tell us about it. What is it?
So basically, I don't even know where it kind of started from, but
probably TikTok.
Okay. Where women and girls are like trying to avoid doing hard things or any type of like manual labor or truly anything that's past just like existing in the minute that they exist. Yeah, like anything inconvenient by saying like I'm just a girl. And like that being their answer to not wanting to do these things. Like, though I will say I end up finding that they have to do it anyway. So it's like it's just a thing for themselves to say like I'm just a girl, like why do I have to do this? But it bothers me or it frustrates me because it's so reductive. Like it reduces people to women specifically to like subservient beings, and it's like
Yeah.
actually, and then also being a girl is not an easy task.
I think they must, I'm giving them credit here. It must be ironic because famously, women and girls do hard things.
All the
I
time.
think it would be funnier if the thing was like for any person, any gender, any age to be like, oh my gosh, why do I have to do this? I'm just a 30-year-old man or whatever. Like I'm just a boy. I'm just a little
Right.
boy. Why do I have to do this? Because famously, again, to the opposite of women doing hard things, men are treated like children for their whole lives.
Yes.
So wouldn't it make more sense for that to be the expression? Unless, once again, they're being ironic, which it might
Right.
have started ironically, but of course, things that start ironic always end
Yeah,
up being
always move
genuine.
on too, because it's
Yeah.
it's different when people say like I'm a lady, like that is funny, like
Yeah,
that
that's
is,
cute. That's cute. Funny.
you know, it's like I'm a lady.
Yeah.
I don't do things like that. Like I'm a
I'm a lady. I
lady,
can't do that. But I'm just
especially
a
like
girl.
my gay ass say
I
it all the
can't.
time. I'm like I'm a lady. I don't do things like that.
No, because you are. But like,
And
I'm just a
and
like,
it's more about pretension, like the ladiness of it. Like when you're saying like I'm a lady, it's like I don't do like I'm a lady in the streets. Like I'm
it's
very
it's telling us something. There's a connotation with that. But the connotation
yes,
for being a girl in this example, like you're saying, is to mean like incapable of doing hard things. You're like inconvenienced by hard things, which is true. Everyone is inconvenienced by doing the things, but for the just a girl thing, what do you mean? Why wouldn't you have to do it? Girls are always having to do hard things. That's kind of what they
always,
do. And I'm sure men, like we were saying before we started, men benefit from this expression gaining
absolutely,
popularity the most because it just plays into what they, for some reason, believe that women are weak and don't do anything, and they're they're just lazy. They don't do whatever. It's kind of like the whole thing with like when people say like black people are lazy, not really, but kind of, where it's like,
yeah,
but you don't want to do the work and we're doing the work for you. The same thing. Girls are, I'm just a girl, but you already have to do the hard things. You've been doing the hard things since you were 7. Your brother never had to do anything. You always had to be the one to do the stuff. I don't like it. I think that I'm just a girl, I don't like, but on the same ticket, when people say in their late 20s that they can't get married because they're a child bride, they'd be a child bride. That's funny.
that's funny. That's interesting. That's innovative.
This is
That's
obviously not true.
right.
Obviously. It's a funny. Obviously.
Yeah, I
It's just
I just
it's
think
boring.
it's just so reductive, and I understand it's a joke, and I don't want it to be like I don't understand humor and
It's
things like
yeah,
that.
we're
Or
not
like
like dense.
we're not. Yeah, I'm not dense. I'll use that word because there was other words loading, and I don't want to use those. I'm not a dumb. It's like, uh, but it's just like okay, and now what? Like, but you still got to do it. So
And you know what else it does that benefits men for their fantasy? It infantilizes women as well, where you're like, I'm just a
mm.
girl, I'm so meek and mild, especially like I said when my coworker says it, because it's like you're 30 and we're at work. You're not a child. There are
And
child
then,
labor laws, baby.
but then you say that, and you're going to pick him up from his friend's house where he's been all day while you've been at work. Like, I don't. That's what I don't get. It's like I'm just a girl, but you had to pay for all your own thing. Like everything you do is based off your own hard work, and then what I just find it. Which now that I'm thinking about it, it's so interesting. It's either men get the benefit off of you doing everything, or you become like a shell of a person because you're relying on them to do everything for you.
Hyper dependent, yeah.
You know, and it's like both rob you regardless. Get rid of the man. And we're
That
back to
was
square one.
easy.
And we're
That
not
was easy.
moving on.
Oh,
Speaking of getting rid of the man.
literally, take it or leave it. Get rid of the man.
Yeah. Moving on to Pastor Kelly.
Yeah.
Pastor Kelly Steele. I don't know much about this. I don't care to know much about this. I've seen one video and I don't like it. Pastor Kelly Steele is a black woman pastor with her black man pastor husband, out of Arizona, who went on a podcast, Strike One, Strike Two, Strike Two. The husband was
three.
Strike One. The Strike Two, I'm gonna give you the podcast. Strike Three is what she said. She goes on a podcast and talks about how she's all these Bible verses are in the midst of this, I'll say, but talking about how she. Let me just play it at this point.
Do you want help? Let me help you. So
I'm gonna
basically,
just play
she
it.
goes on this. So now everybody got to be subjected to the foolishness.
Yes.
Okay.
Share screen.
Share audio.
Share.
I got in my word,
Can you hear
and
it?
I had a radical shift from that moment. I got in my word, under my word. I just completely changed as a person. And I realized that God loves me, that God has a purpose and plan for my life, that God chose me, that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah.
So he would call me out.
Okay, pause it real quick. He loves you, but he's torturing. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna keep going.
My name, it wouldn't bother me because I allowed God's voice to be louder than his. And when I was going through transition of him not coming home on the weekends, not being there, telling me I hate you, I'll never love you, I wish I never married you.
Right.
I knew that life and death is in the power of the tongue through the word of God. So I would say, you will love me one day. We will have a good marriage.
Pause.
Go out for
To
weekends.
me, that's so contradictory. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Sure, I can agree with you 100% there. So you're speaking positive into it, but he's speaking negative. So is his tongue not powerful in that way? In the same way? That doesn't make sense to me.
It's
He
now
said
neutral.
he hates you. He wants you dead. So who will God listen to?
And he used the
Like,
word
girl,
hate,
now
like-
you're playing tricks.
He's telling you I hate you, and you're like,
And that's your husband.
but the first thing you say is life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Right. So I'm like he said it out loud.
That's why he said it to you. He wants your relationship to be dead.
And that's
somehow,
what's worse. Because he's a pastor too.
Somehow you're here.
Somehow we're here. Push play.
Weekends, I would literally help him get ready to go meet a side chick by ironing his clothes and getting him ready for the night. And these are all things I was graced to do. I would not encourage anybody to do that unless you are graced by God to do this. But once I knew who I was, I realized,
girl, we're not doing it. Girl, she all like, I wouldn't tell anybody else to do it. No, we're not doing it.
You're good. We didn't need you to let us know that it's a choice.
You didn't have to let us know that part. You could have kept this for the back notes on the sermon. You did not have to tell us this out loud on a microphone amplified. You did not have
in front of everyone. Jaden, to me, what makes no sense, well, none of it makes sense, obviously. But the thing that makes the most no sense is this idea of like, you think that what God has planned for you is for you to endure and suffer to what end? Like, are you now so happily and married and you so like, she never says the part where like, and now because I stuck it out through those terrible times, me and my husband are happier than ever. My skin is glowing. I feel vibrant. I feel youthful. My health is better. Like, what was the reason?
Like, what was the outcome?
What was the payoff? Like, he's just sitting silently next to you on the podcast.
Of course, we didn't watch the full, the full.
You're right.
Thing,
you're right. But
it
should be sprinkled in there because you know it's a clip. It's a clip nation. We live in clip nation, girl. Sprinkle it throughout, so I don't have to.
Because I just don't, and there's not even much to say because I think just playing. That's why I like playing the video because we don't have to say much because it's kind of obvious what we think and what we would say, but there's no need. Like, leave that man. God will understand. God would rather you.
God's gonna help you.
Leave him. Like
it's. I think we talked about this like for 10 seconds before we hit record about it. When people, it's all about perspective. You know, the perspective can either be my husband is doing all these terrible things to me, but God has put me in a position to have an armor around my heart so that I can take it and get through this with him, instead of the perspective, which is just, it's all about perspective. So I could be wrong too. Instead of the perspective of God is making it so this man is so terrible, it's so easy to leave him. He is giving me so many opportunities to see this man for who he is. God has given me a sign. I asked for a sign and he gave it to him.
is to leave the boat theory, like the boat like story of like I was in a boat, there was holes in the boat, or I was in a boat stranded, had no way of getting to any piece of land, and I sat and prayed to God for like help and rescue. And a boat came by, and that person was like, "No, I'm waiting for God to give me my blessing." Da, da, da. And then another boat came by and was like, "You need help?" He was like, "No, I'm waiting for God to give me my blessing." Drowns, dies, goes to heaven. It's like, God, I was expecting you to save me. He was like, I sent you 2 boats. Like, what do you mean? I sent you boats to get on.
Literally that. It's exactly that. Like your husband.
Get on y'all boats, people. Get on y'all boats.
We're gonna take an offering up right now.
And I bet you Pastor Kelly is the type to be like, I'm just a girl. Like she's the type, and now she's missing her boat because she's over here ironing and making sure this boat is up enough so he can bring his side piece on it. Leave me alone.
And Jada, you're so real for that because as you know, pastors love to find the word and everything.
Oh yeah,
that is the sermon, Jaden. God was giving her not only the sign, he gave her the word. She was supposed to preach that Sunday after about getting on your boat. Do you know how up the saints would go for that?
They would have got up. It would have been all women in that next sermon because they all would have got left.
Get on your boat. Are you kidding me, Jaden? I would put an offering in for that.
Well, you heard about my negative count, so please feel free to send all offerings to the front. Ushers, lock the doors.
Yeah, you are the one.
Ushers, lock the doors.
Literally barricade the doors until Jaden gets out of the negative. That was a wild time.
With all the people in here, if you all gave...
if everybody in here and everybody watching at home, it's that thing of like, if everybody I know gave me $1, I could have... Girl, I'm not giving you $1.
That was me though. I think about in college once where I sent everyone $1 request.
Oh, really? I'm like, I didn't get one.
I don't think I had to catch up with that. This was like freshman year. Freshman year. And my friends can look, I know what you're doing. Some people send me the $1. I'm like, thank you, girl.
Just send you the $1. It's $1. Just send them $1. Even though I just said I wouldn't send the $1. I would send Jaden $1. It's Jaden.
But it's like, if you just got $1 request from me randomly on Cash App, it's like, oh, girl, take this $1. But y'all don't see that I sent it to every person in my contact.
That's hilarious.
Girl, I could have had $500 in 30 seconds, but everybody wanted to be all stingy.
Yeah, that's not okay. But this woman, she really missed her boat in a major way. And I that's what makes it so hard to watch these videos because I'm like, kind of felt like a sign. And don't let there be a child. Don't let this person have had a child on you. That's not the sign. I don't know what else is. I just don't know how far we have to. It's so interesting how the saints can go for things and then not go for the exact same thing. If this would have been a different pastor talking about how her husband cheated on her and she thought he was the best thing, and then one day she looked up and God said, wake up, stand up, girl, get on your boat. The saints of that same church would be like, yeah. If it was a conference, Jaden, and Pastor Kelly preached first on this foolishness, and then another pastor preached on getting on your boat, the saints would clap for both. And would anybody be like, wait a minute, these are two contradictory? And even Pastor Kelly, I'm sure, would stand up on getting on the boat. Her ring blinging in her hand.
Religious psychosis. It's like just being like locked in no matter who's speaking about whatever. This is why like
what they're saying.
This is why these pastors get up there and talk bad about Black women every Sunday. And they clap, they shout, they holler, they scream. And I'm like, do y'all know y'all used to be preaching about our freedom? Like we used to be preaching about like civil rights and not having access to things. And now we're talking about domestic
now issues. Jaden, no, here's what it is. We used to be a proper country. The preachers used to preach about the word. Now Jaden, no lie, I know for a fact, I will put $1 to your Cash App to say that there is a pastor out there somewhere preaching on 100 men versus one gorilla.
Oh yeah. Oh down.
I know it.
There's 100 men versus one guy. Like, please leave me alone. I'm begging. No, I'm praying. Like, leave me alone.
But while we're there, what do you think about that?
What, 100 versus
men versus one gorilla?
I think fun gets turned into drama. hope you know what clip I'm talking about. It was like with Nene Leaks.
Oh, the clip you just said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I thought you meant the clip of the 100 gorillas. I'm like, wait, no, there was actually drama gorilla.
No, it's like people can take such fun and turn it into drama. Like, I just feel like it was fun to talk about at first. I forget how it started, but
Just a tweet.
it was probably just a random tweet, and now it's like everything. But
Yeah.
it became like 100 men versus a job application, which they kind of ran at, but not in this job market. So,
because that's kind
or
of
it's like 100 women versus accountability, and it's like, everybody shut up! Y'all ruined it. Y'all ruined it.
Not fun.
It was strictly about 100 gorillas. I mean, 100. Whoa.
Whoa.
100 men versus one gorilla, and that is fun to theorize about, to have conversation about, to this random. And it was people like, did these gorillas know y'all about to jump them? Like, it's funny to think about different versions of that. But then when y'all started making it like ways to gotcha and like gender politics, and now we're talking about 100 gays versus a douche. Like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
What is your girl? One day I
made that one up. Okay, wait. I'm not gonna lie.
You definitely
I made that one up. I made that last one up.
Because I'm like, wait, let me see your timeline right now. Open your phone, because girl, what?
No. I kind of made that last one up. But it's just, it was fun until it wasn't.
You say that?
And I'm in the media, not the media cycle, because that's a different thing, but like the social media cycle specifically is so quick. So the introduction to global discourse to I'm over this, y'all need to move on, is now, it used to be like 3 months. Now it's like a month and a half. Like, it's been a month, and people are like, can y'all shut up, please? And it's like, y'all do need to shut up, because y'all turning into something else. But the 100 men versus gorilla thing was funny, and people started making lists of like the people they wanted to be on their 100 list. Like, that's fun. That's
people
funny.
People making like videos, like they would use whatever technology to like see like some sort of a AI or something to
like,
see how it would go.
Yeah.
I do think that they could beat the gorilla.
Yeah, me too. And Jocelyn was like, I ain't scared no gorilla hoe. I'm like, you're right.
Yeah, I saw that people were saying that Jocelyn should be one of the 100 for sure.
Yeah. But I think it was fun until it wasn't, and that's most things as of now on social media. I'm honestly ready to deactivate Twitter. I didn't tell him.
Oh,
I know, but I'm truly.
Girl, you tweeted 6 times today.
Please. But it's because it's become such hellscape. Like, it's not even a matter of like curating your timeline kind of thing anymore. It's like, this app is just gone, and it's time for us to move on. Like,
it's just
you can't ads, and then there are these videos that are just like men focused,
people fixing cars and like,
or it's like
solving puzzles,
women, and it's like a woman does a thing wrong, and then now men are like making it seem like it was just as easy. Like, it's just a weird app now, and I just don't enjoy. I don't enjoy being on there. Everything is rage bait. Everything is trying to get you to be mad or angry or to argue, and it's like, I'd rather not. I have started going to, like, instead of my For You tab, I only use my following tab now, just to only engage with like people I follow. But then it's like, I forgot I follow this fucking porn page that has been, it's up all hours of the day, constantly reposting porn. I'm like, you have to go.
No, Jaden, you have to go. Yeah, you could unfollow or mute that page if you wanted.
Oh, I did. I sent it to my alt page.
Correct. Yeah, I don't always like going to the following page because it'd be boring. People just be tweeting stuff.
It's so
they
boring.
Don't tweet enough, and because of the stuff you forget you followed. I forgot I followed this flash sale page. I don't want to hear about these flash deals.
The following page is very, very boring, but it's also reduced me being on Twitter, because it's like, I've seen this tweet 14 times now. Because the For You page is where all the rage is. Like, that's where, like, I want to respond to this. Like, you're being stupid. You're dumb. You're dumb. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be getting on apps that constantly make me have this one emotion or have this one sensory response. Like, maybe, you should be bored with this app and moving on to the next phase of life.
It's just too much. What can people even enjoy these days? The free library, I guess that's our only option as always. We talked about this already, but we've both been watching this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes.
Before we go any further, yay or nay to both them bringing her on the show and also her performance on the show, Britt. I know you thought I was going to say Phaedra, but Britt. To them even bringing her on the show, and then how she is on the show.
And then how she is on the show. I think she's kind of weak on the show currently. I liked her when they first brought her in. But I also love characters like that. So I'm kind of living for her presence. Like, I'm not... I see the purpose in a lot of things. Like, I don't think you just need all amazing 10 out of 10 big personality people. Like, you need...
We had it before, Jaden, and it was so good.
Like who?
Season 6.
Oh. No. Yes. But this was also trying to relaunch something that was slowly dying, and we were all watching it absolutely die.
Dead. When they had that Olympian on there, baby, I thought the show was done.
It was time to end it.
Yeah.
And so to revamp it, like, we have to see and like let it catch its footing before we can be the final judges on it. We're watching it. We're about mid-season now, and I'm enjoying the show, even with Britt's participation. Like,
I love
she's
it.
a mess. She's crazy. She's not crazy.
She's terrible.
But she's like...
No. She's not crazy.
She's not crazy, but she's a nut.
Very extremely nutty.
She's very nutty.
Here's my real question. This is why I brought her up. What are your thoughts on people who you expose them for something that you didn't want out, and then now suddenly that's all they're talking about? How they didn't want this thing out. I didn't want anybody to know, and now everybody knows this thing that I can't stop talking about it. How I didn't want anyone to know it.
I think that's reality TV.
No, girl. To me, that's lazy. That's not reality TV, girl. Get a different storyline. Like, basically you have no storyline.
Yes.
Some of the girls don't have a storyline, if we're being honest. Actually, most of the girls don't have a storyline. But her storyline is also
their first season. This is...
Portia has been on this show before.
No, I'm talking about the other girls. Portia has no storyline. Portia has one storyline with Drew, one storyline with...
Which isn't even real.
Well, we're about to get into one with her and Shamia, which I'm excited about.
That's so stupid for her to make... Like, why? Shamia has not... This is not a TV friend. Like, this isn't like a friend that you know through Candy Bars.
We've seen how terrible Portia has treated Shamia for years.
I know, and that is kind of weird that it just now became a thing. I guess maybe because people are paying more attention and she can't deny it. But I hate that for Shamia, though. I really, really do.
But
really
it's
like
going
Shamia.
to make great TV, and that's what I'm saying.
Excellent.
Like,
I can't wait to see it.
I get it. For the new girls, besides Angela,
I like Kelly. Kelly's doing well, I think.
I also really enjoy.
She has a good storyline,
especially because she's also about to start getting into it with Britt. See, and it's like
you have
to let these relationships mend, grow, and like come back. Like the things will happen. You know, it's going to continue to just become this whirlwind of things. I do still wish Kenya was on the show. I do. Well, I think what she did was terrible. She was also throwing a gun. And it's like, if you're going to get rid of one girl...
And then to bring back Phaedra with how you got rid of Kenya makes no sense at all. Andy, I would like a word.
Bring back Kenya more. And Andy still likes Kenya.
He loves Kenya.
He loves her. He loves her.
Have you seen him on Watch What Happens Live when he interviews people about the situation? No. Like, when he interviewed Britt about it, I'm like, okay, girl, so... clearly you're not really that pressed. Like, you're like talking about this gun.
Yeah.
You're holding her accountable a little bit because she's still on the show. First of all, the fact that they had the rule of having no weapons when filming is like, was this rule put in place as like a precaution for every show? Or was it reactionary? Is it racism? I don't know. But either way, I'm intrigued by it.
I'm excited for the reunion.
am not excited for Phaedra on the show. I know she's going to be really good for TV and she's going to give me so many good laughs, but that's not the point. I know I'm going to enjoy it, but that's not the point.
I'm going to enjoy it so much, but I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, especially the whole freaking frack thing. I was so glad when freaking frack were over. It's only funny, or I thought it was only funny when Nene was there because it was like she was the only person that was like so like vocal. Well, Kenya was too. Hello, Kenya. Phaedra, she has nothing going on. Her own words.
She's dating. I don't know.
I saw that scene where she's rubbing up on that man's thigh. I'm like,
I felt her on that though. No shade. That's me bad.
That clip
She's like, "Oh, we got to get out of here, child." Like,
I know. I'm like, okay, Southern Belle, please.
Okay, please. Head doctor. But her and Shamia don't like each other. Like, there's going to, it all adds so much where I'm enjoying just watching it flush out. And I think that's where I am and that's where I'll stay. Like, as of right now, like, even with all the characters and all their issues and all my opinions on each one of them, I'm enjoying watching it just kind of unfold to where, me too, like, it's exciting and they've been able to, like, put fresh air and get some of the staleness out of this. Candy Burst had to go. That was it.
Thank you.
Candy Burst had to go. And I love me some Candy. I love Candy Coated Nights and all that, child. But Candy had to go. She
had to go because I didn't like her mother. I didn't like her husband, and I did not like that man that she was with all the time. That bald man whose name Don Juan. Didn't like him either.
Don Juan was messy and a messy gay, and I don't know why we're just trying to
he's
fake that
married to a woman. Atlanta's a different country. It's not even a city; it's a different country. Speaking of different countries, what are you? I heard. I don't know if it's true that Candace Dillard will be rejoining the ladies in Potomac.
Thank God.
She's so good.
Because now that Karen is locked away, they need thoughts on it.
Yeah, I think that Wendy and Giselle are doing a pretty good job holding it down last season. I really enjoyed that season as well. Well, you know what? Speaking of the Candy, Robin had to go.
Robin did have to go. And that's my Aries sister. But Robin, you did have to go.
She had to. She should have never been on there to begin with. Once Charisse left, actually, the season before Charisse left, they should have got rid of her. You know who they should bring back? Katie.
No.
She was so messy. She was such a bully. I loved it.
She was. I did live for a little bit of Katie, and then she got humbled, and then it pissed me off. But no. Robin, I wanted her and what's her name to fight.
Candace.
No.
Oh, with the Umbrella? Are you talking about the last season she was in, or just in general?
Yeah,
with Umbrella.
Yeah,
Monique,
because production has said like they were like, "Do you need us to help you?" And Robin was like, "No." And it's like
Robin can definitely fight.
Robin can fight. She was fighting them girls off her man back in high school and college.
She's like, that girl that gets drunk and she's fighting in the New Orleans street. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, and that's why. Because she and by that point, I think she has seen Monique fight already. Like she's seen her fight Candace. So it's like
TV used to be so good. That season was so. I need to rewatch that season. Actually, that was so good. We have to move on. Jaden, what do you have to say about this last thing?
Nothing. We can.
Amazing. So the other thing I said earlier on the top of the show that I would give you the email later. It's chilanywaypod@gmail.com, which you already knew. We don't have anything today for Thank Me Later, which is where Jaden and I offer free advice. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. It's called Take It or Leave It. No, it's absolutely called Take It or Leave It. Take it or leave it. Yeah, take it or leave it. Jaden and I give out free advice, which, in this economy, I think you guys should hop on that. Everything is not free. This one truly is free. It doesn't come with the price is sometimes your pride. And but also it could be the reward of knowledge. So I think that you guys should write in with advice questions, advice stories, whatever, to childanywaypod@gmail.com for take it or leave it. And the other one that I mentioned already, thank me later, is where Jane and I are kind of, I guess, giving out advice, giving out candy, giving out nuggets of whatever that we're working on, we're doing, we're listening to. My first one, I felt it in my spirit last night. I don't know. It might be because I knew I was talking to Jaden today, but I just had to write it down again. Especially with our economy headed towards where it is, it's more important now than more than ever for us to get serious and get those beds made. Okay, it's the smallest gift that you can give yourself, and it makes a world of difference. Jaden, I will cash app you $1 for every day that you make your bed. I'm so freaking serious, girl. And this is how I know you're not serious about your money. All you gotta do is make your bed and you can get a whole $1.
Watch you get a picture tomorrow of a bed made.
No, every day you're like, good morning.
Good morning.
I will really do it. And if you want, I'll cash you out at the end of the month, end of the week. I don't care. I need that bed made. Like, how many days to start form a habit? 30, 60, 30, however many days, I will cash you out at the end of it. If you want $1 each day, I'll do that. If you want to get cashed out at the end, I'll do that. I don't care, Jaden. I really need you to start making your bed just so that you can say that you did it and you can say that you can hate it after that.
Okay.
If it really does,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll do it for 30 days. That. No. Yes, you will. But I'll give you like the test of like truly seeing if I like or hate it.
And you need to be honest.
Yeah. It's not gonna send the same picture. Or I'm gonna just make my bed one day and just take a bunch of pictures.
You like wait for the sun to move and you like walk around and
walk around at different points of the day, like, oh, I forgot to send it.
It will, I promise it doesn't even if when you do it after a while you don't really notice, but it is just so it's like when you come home to a clean house, the same exact thing. After vacation, you come home to a clean house and you're like, oh, goodness. That's what we'll do. You know what? And I'm sure other people will no one will. Maybe other people will join me in sending you money for it. Not because you need money, but because I need your bed made.
Yeah.
If it has to be Cash App, okay. But like, if you prefer a different payment method, for example, I don't know, Zelle.
That's fine.
Thank you. Oh, look at you about to speak because you thought that you wrote this down.
No. I knew.
Well, Jaden,
I could have wrote it down.
Jaden, you did. We wrote it together.
I'm the music like liaison. I'm the music liaison. Yeah. I have taken that into as one of my titles.
Yeah, Jaden has done it again and again and again. Jaden will sometimes in a group chat that I have with him just send like projects and be like, just like music or whatever. And then the people will eat on it and we'll see, you know, how it tasted for us. The project that he dropped in tasted so good. And honestly, it was a matter of timing because it would have come to me eventually just because it would Apple would have told me. But that's not the point. That's not the point. My sister gave it to me. When
Fresh
EP
too.
by Alex Isley. It was fresh fruit. Dude, and the timing at which you sent it, I needed it. It was it is so good when EP Alex Isley. We of this show already know that we're fans of Alex Isley. So he kind of already knew that, you know, come on, you're going to get your points regardless. Come on.
But it's good. I don't. And mind you, I hadn't even listened when I sent it. Remember, I was only on like song 2. Like I was not even deep into it. Because what I also will do before I send, unless sometimes I send and be like, I haven't listened to anything yet, so this is just me sending what I think y'all may like, which I may not like. I was like, but sometimes like after I listen, I'm like, send. Like y'all need to see this. Like very that.
Immediately.
We need to all get along and love each other.
Yeah.
On,
okay, girl. Spoiler.
Yeah, sorry.
To be kind.
Right.
It's really good. It's so short. It's how long is it? Like 25 minutes or something?
Yeah, like
I listened to it 100 times, so I don't know. It's literally 18 minutes. Guys, just do it. Just listen to it. It's so good. It's so good. Her voice is good. Perfect pitch. Literally, she says
Literally.
it's just really good. That's all I have for this week. What about you, Jaden? You've got a long list.
Yeah, it's 3. Mine is also an album, Love on Digital by Justin Conrad. This is for the gays out there. This is for the summer. I'll give y'all that. Like, it's like a summer album, dance, fun. It's also feels short. It's not too short, actually. I think it's probably like 35 minutes. Let me see. 37. So pretty decent project.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Very fun. You could definitely play like around the house. You could play it on the aux. Like you'll find your bops. Trust and believe. Recently I rewatched Insecure, and I have new thoughts. Yeah. I was at first. I think my overall my newest thought was she was always getting back with Lawrence. Like it was so very clear. And by the end, I was rooting for them to get back together. I was, even post Condola. How he handled Condola, I still am Condola side, because I don't understand how anyone is like, she had the baby regardless of what he wanted. I said, and she told him that he didn't need to be around, and he said he wanted to be.
Okay with that.
And
at first,
okay, and then he said he wanted to be a part of her life, or a part of his baby's life, and now what? And you're confused why she's saying like, I don't trust you with my baby. Like I don't. You get to hop scotch in and out of his life and like play patty cake, but you're not here when he's crying at 2 a.m. Like, ugh, don't even start it.
Anyway. You know, before you get started, I don't think people talk about it enough. I don't like how he gave the baby a separate nickname that the mom did not ever say. Like he just made up a nickname that no one except for him and his family called the baby. And I'm like, that to me feels like, I don't know, passive aggressive.
It is.
You didn't like the name, and now you
the name.
made
So
up nickname.
The least you can do is call him by his name every once in a while,
so that we know you know it.
Yes, and it's like to show that that's your child too. You know, like if you and your entire family call him something else, these are two different experiences that the child has. Like,
yeah,
I didn't like it at all. It's whatever. But they were getting back together, even though I liked Nathan just because I thought Nathan was fine.
And that's it, Jaden. If you watch the show with your eyes,
when I watched, I was like, no, Nathan, you're a child.
No,
but I just personally enjoy Nathan. In a room in which there are no others. My last one, we kind of talked about a little bit of the show, but go watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. Just go do it. Catch up. It's fun, especially if you've watched past seasons and you skip the last 2 or 3, which is fair. You don't have to have watched this one to. No, you don't have to watch
those. This could be your first season if you want.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. It's a new cast. There is some old baggage there, but they explain it, so you're good. Come on in.
Yeah.
Get comfortable. Put your shoes up. Get you some iced tea, and let's watch. Did you watch Kenya Moore's video?
Her little sit down, her confessional. I started it and then I don't remember why, but I didn't finish it. But I'm gonna go back and revisit.
Portia also has one. She has like a YouTube channel, whatever, and she talks about the show a little bit more. And she talks about she's like, what's her name? Cleared that, like she's fun. I love me some Portia. And let me say this for the podcast. I already tweeted it. I already texted people this. If Portia Williams asked me to be straight, I would. I would fight every urge. Portia is so fine. And I would fight every urge in my body to be with that woman. Like I would.
Let me get on a call real quick. Let me see if I can. Really? She is really pretty, of course.
Like that's one of the only women in this world who's like, I need you to be straight and take care of me and this child. I would step up.
Come on, I would like, daddy.
You just a girl. Anyway, Please. This has been ciao. Anyway,
Oh, you can listen to I thought you were gonna say with Jaden and Amira. I'm sorry,
Wasn't.
guys. You can listen to this show, Chow, anyway, wherever you listen to your podcasts.
New episodes, they're around. They come out. They will be coming out.
Don't even finish. Just say half of this. New episodes. Like, share, subscribe, rate, and review. Go back and review old episodes. Listen to old episodes because that's all you'll be eating on for a minute.
Yeah. Come along with my journey of making my bed for the next 30 days. Go listen to the Win EP by Alex Isley. Go listen to Love on Digital by Dustin Conrad. Go rewatch Insecure and whatever other show you want, except for Shonda Rhimes joint. And then go watch Real Housewives of Atlanta season, the current one. I don't even know what season this is. 17?
100, I don't know.
Okay. For Clear Skin. Bye.
Bye.